Hey, what's up you guys? It's Taylor. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I get this Rihanna inspired look from her Vogue Arabia cover. So if you guys want to see how I get it, keep on watching. I'm going to start off with my primer. I'm using the Revlon PhotoReady primer, and this is the brightening one, and I'm going to take that on a stippling brush and just get that all over for a nice even base. Next, I'm going to go into my brows, and I'm using my NYX Brow Gel with my Anastasia Beverly Hills angled eyeliner brush and the spoolie. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a really nice carved out brow on the bottom, but then keep it super feathery on the top to kind of mimic the look that Rihanna had on the cover. So I'm using it as more of like upstrokes, so that way it stays nice and bushy. Next, I'm going to take my Ulta eye primer, and this is the nude color, and I'm going to use this all over the lid as well as use it to carve out my brows, so it gives that nice defined line on the bottom. I'm also going to blend this out with my finger so that way it's a nice even base for when we go ahead and lay down the shadows later on. After that, we're going to go into the Sephora Pro Editorial palette. I'm taking Porcelain, which is a white color, and just setting that all over my lids. This is just going to act as like a barrier, so I'm just using it really to set the primer, so that way we can get some like really nice rich colors later on. And I know it's messy, but it's fine. We're going to dust it off later. Next, I'm going to go into my Tarteist Pro palette, and I'm going to go into Bold, and this is going to act as a transition color. So with the transition color, I really want to make sure that I'm feathering it upwards so it gives like a really snatched eye look, kind of to mimic the eye shape that Rihanna has. I'm also going to take Edgy, and I'm going to use that to really deepen the crease. So I'm going to lay it in the crease, and then I'm going to feather it outwards as well, to make sure that we are keeping that shape throughout the entire look. And I want to make sure that I'm keeping the lid empty for other colors later on. And then in the Androgyny palette from Jeffree, I'm taking Fetish, and I'm just taking this color and I'm popping it in the outer crease. I don't want to go any farther than that because I just really want like a hint of red, just so it peeks through from the black shadow that we're going to lay down later. So don't go too ham on this part. So using the primer, I'm going to kind of carve out the crease just about halfway into the eyelid. And so the outer corner is going to be getting like a smoked out look later on. And then we're just going to blend out the outer corners with our fingers. And then going into Swallow from the Androgyny palette, I'm going to pack that onto the outer corner. And I want to make sure that this is like super pigmented. Like I want this color to be as true as possible. And I'm also going to take that color into the inner corners, and so we're basically going for like a halo look. Next, I'm taking the Helen P color from the Sephora Pro Editorial palette. I'm just filling up the empty space in the lid, and this is going to give a lot more dimension to those blue tones. And then I'm taking that black color from the same palette, and then I'm going to go ahead and deepen the outer corner with a smudging brush. And I want to get this as dark as possible because in the picture it's super black. So I'm basically just going to be packing it on until I feel like it's dark enough. But I want to make sure that as I'm doing that, I'm also feathering it out, so that way it's keeping the shape of the snatched eye look that we're going for. And also you want to go ahead and push that into the crease a little bit more towards the front of the eyelid. And then taking this iridescent blue color called Moonstone, I'm going to take that on a damp shadow brush and then kind of just pop that all over the blue shadows on our lid. And then taking Ice, which is like a glittery white shadow, I'm going to go ahead and top that right in the middle just to give it a little bit more sparkle. I'm going to take a black eyeliner. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On in 0. I'm going to pop that right on the lower, not the lower lash line, sorry, the outer lash line, and just to give it like a little bit more depth and make it a little bit more black. And then I'm going to smudge it out with that smudging brush that we used from earlier. Okay, going back out to the face, I'm using my Fit Me Maybelline foundation, and this is the Matte+Poreless, and I am in the shade 228, which is soft tan, and I'm also using my Real Techniques makeup sponge. And then the Tarte Shape Tape and Light Sand I'm going to use as a contouring or highlighting, technically, shade for me. So I'm just placing that in all the high points, then we're going to blend it out with my sponge as well. And hair flip. I'm also going to set that with my Beauty Bakerie yellow setting powder. And then I'm also going to go into my contour, which is the Chocolate Soleil matte bronzer from Too Faced. So to accentuate the inner corner of the eye, we're going to take Helen P in Chris, which is like a deep cobalt blue, and take that with a small pencil brush and just really push out that shape. And then also take the blue into the lower lash line as well. And then taking the black eyeliner, you're just going to smudge that into the lash line only up until where the blue starts, so that way it's not interfering, and then you smoke it out with the black shadow. And once that is done being smoked out, you want to go ahead and make sure that everything is blended, make sure everything is nice and seamless. And to highlight the inner corner, I'm taking that iridescent blue and the glittery white and popping that on there with a damp pencil brush. Today I'm using my Electra lashes from Socialize, and as that is drying with the glue, I'm going to go ahead and use my Big Shot mascara for the top and bottom lashes. To finish off the face, I'm using my Malani Baked Bronzer in That Glow, and I'm going to use that as my blush because I don't want too much color, I just want like a really healthy looking glow. And the Sephora Radiant Illuminizing Drops I'm going to use on all the spots where I'm going to highlight, and this is just going to help to like really vamp up the highlight and really make it pop. For my highlighter, I'm going to use the DESIXKATY Dose of Colors collaboration in Fuego. This one is super bomb. It's literally the perfect color for my skin tone. For lips, I'm going to go into my Beauty Bakerie Salted Caramel Mocha Lip Whip, and this is a really pretty like nude brown color. It's coming off a little bit warmer on camera, but it's like a nice neutral brown. And this is actually in collaboration with Cosmo by Haley. And taking my 15 Artist Shadow Palette, I'm taking this white iridescent shadow, and I'm actually just going to tap that on top of my lips to give it that nice icy effect that Rihanna had in the picture. Just going to finish up with my setting spray, and that is it, guys. That's the entire look. I had so much fun creating this look, and I hope you guys really liked this video. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys in my next video.